3I Atlas is a visitor from interstellar space, a mysterious guest that has silently delivered many hidden messages to us, from forming its tail in the opposite direction to showing behaviors no normal comet ever displays. Is it really just a comet, or a time capsule sent from another world? Even its entry into our solar system is considered a major coincidence. But why? And what exactly is going to happen with 3I Atlas in December 2025? That the entire scientific community is eagerly waiting for. Welcome back once again to Think and Grow with Hamdan. Viewers, the tale of 3I Atlas begins on a chilly night in July 2025. A global web of telescopes spread across Hawaii, Chile, and South Africa was carrying out its nightly sky scan. This entire network is called the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Alert System, or TELES for short. Its primary purpose is to constantly monitor the sky and warn Earth about any incoming hazardous space rocks. During that routine observation, the TELES picked up a faint, rotating dot, drifting through space. At first glance, it appeared to be nothing more than a small asteroid. But soon, calculations stunned astronomers. Then the biggest shock came from its incredible speed. In our solar system, every object, be it a planet, moon, or asteroid, travels around the sun. And the rule is simple. The closer an object is to the sun, the faster it moves. For example, Mars travels at around 24 kilometers per second, Earth at 29.8 kilometers per second, Venus at 35 kilometers per second, and Mercury, the closest, at 47.9 kilometers per second. But the object detected by Atlas was racing at an unbelievable 58 kilometers per second. The strange part was its location. It was near Jupiter, a distant region of the solar system, yet it was moving faster than Mercury, which sits right next to the sun. This mismatch made one thing clear: it did not belong to our solar system. It had entered from deep interstellar space. NASA soon confirmed this and officially labeled it an interstellar object, naming it 3I Atlas after the telescope network that discovered it. Once scientists realized its true identity, they dug into older sky records. To their surprise, the object had actually appeared 2 months earlier. In May 2025, in images taken by the TESS telescope, yet it went unnoticed at the time. After its velocity was confirmed, astronomers gave it a special classification. The letter I stands for interstellar, and since it is the third such visitor ever observed inside our solar system, it was named 3I Atlas. But what is even more astonishing is how different 3I Atlas is compared to the earlier interstellar travelers Oumuamua 2017 and Borisov 2019. The first major difference is size. Oumuamua was roughly 400 meters long. Borisov had a nucleus almost 1 kilometer wide, but 3I Atlas dwarfs both. That's estimated with around 5.6 kilometers. The second major difference is its speed, which is nearly double that of the previous two visitors. Even more bizarre was the angle at which it entered our solar system. Most objects here lie in a thin, flat disk around the sun. The previous two interstellar objects entered from above this disk, but 3I Atlas came in from the side, almost like a perfectly aimed arrow, something astronomers describe as an extraordinary cosmic coincidence. Where did it come from? Tracking its origin was like rewinding millions of years. Based on its motion, scientists believe it likely emerged from a distant, unidentified star system near the core of the Milky Way. Like our solar system, the Milky Way also has a thin disk, but above and below that disk lies an older region called the thick disk, filled with ancient stars. Scientists think 3I Atlas was born in this thick disk, making it extremely old, around 7.6 billion years, nearly twice the age of Earth. Although we cannot identify its home star, researchers traced 10 million years of its trajectory. Throughout this enormous journey, Atlas never came as close to any star as it has now approached our sun. When 3I Atlas first brushed the outskirts of our solar system, it was gliding silently through icy space beyond Jupiter's orbit, completely invisible. But its first unusual behavior appeared at around 5 astronomical units from the sun, roughly where Jupiter orbits. 1 astronomical unit O is the distance between Earth and the sun. At 5 astronomical units, comets usually stay entirely frozen. Yet 3I Atlas began forming a coma-glowing cloud of gas much earlier than expected. This showed that it contains a high amount of carbon dioxide, similar to dry ice, which can sublimate even in weak sunlight. Soon afterward, Atlas crossed the orbits of Jupiter and Mars. On the 3rd of October 2025, it made its closest approach to Mars, where NASA rovers and orbiters captured images of this ancient wanderer streaking across the Martian sky. Then, on the 29th of October 2025, it reached 1.4 astronomical units, its nearest point to the Sun. Scientists were eager to observe this moment, but Earth happened to be in the wrong position. Atlas passed behind the Sun, and intense solar activity blocked telescopes from seeing its peak behavior. Before vanishing behind the Sun, however, it surprised astronomers again. When sunlight hit its coma, the light did not scatter upward or downward. Comets normally do. Instead, the light scattered back toward the Sun. This phenomenon, known as negative polarization, was recorded at the strongest level ever seen. Another shock followed. Early measurements showed nickel particles in its coma, but no iron, which is extremely unusual. Later, as it moved closer to the Sun, iron suddenly appeared. This odd shift hints that Atlas originated from a star system very different from our own. And the surprises didn't stop there. A comet's tail typically forms away from the Sun, pushed back by solar wind. But when 3I Atlas entered the solar system, its tail formed toward the Sun, in the same direction it was traveling, almost like standing in strong wind and watching your hair blow forward instead of backward. As it approached the Sun, the tail eventually returned to its normal direction. Now, Atlas is speeding toward the outer reaches of the solar system once again. But two important events still remain events astronomers are waiting for eagerly. December 2025. After reappearing from behind the Sun, Atlas will pass relatively close to Earth. Scientists will study how the Sun's heat has altered its composition and structure. This is March 2026. It will swing near Jupiter once more. NASA's Juno spacecraft will attempt to take final close-up images. After that, 3I Atlas will head back into interstellar space, never to return. We hope you enjoyed this Think and Grow with Hamden video. Thank you for all your support and kind comments. See you again in another fascinating episode.